إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, the Chief Imam, started delivering Khutba on a topic, ways of eradicating insecurity and instability. That was the topic we started discussing last week, but due to time and also the weather, we could not complete the topic, which he made a promise that inshallah this week inshallah we proceed with the topic. As we started discussing the topic last week on ways of eradicating insecurity, he itemized some of the ways or the method that we can follow to achieve security and to as well achieve safety and stability. From what he mentioned, the number one which he mentioned is iqamatul adl, establishment of justice. That we must be just among ourselves, between the rulers and as well those whom they are ruling, between the leaders and the lead. He mentioned that based on the commandment of Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran, Inna Allah ya'muru bil 'adli wal ihsan, that Allah is commanding justice. Of course, Allah commands justice, and again, this commandment is a commandment to the general, meaning to both the rulers and those and the ruled, to everybody. No one is exempted. Also, the Prophet ﷺ enjoined that in his statements, and as well we've seen from the norms of our righteous predecessors, from the companions down to those that comes after them, which is cited example of one of the righteous predecessors, Umar bin Abdul Aziz. He cited that as an example. For that, justice is one of the instruments of achieving security and stability. Both the leaders, the president, the governors, as well those on the position of authority, must be just to provide social amenities and as well to ensure that people live in a comfortable life, and as well it is also part of justice for we whom Allah placed under their custody or now under their custody to also be just to them by obeying them, because obeying them is obeying the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and as well is part of the commandment that Allah gave in the Quran, Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul wa ulil amri minkum. Obey Allah Azza wa Jalla and His Messenger, and as well those in the position of authority, provided they are not enjoining you to do something contrary to Allah's commandment and His Messenger. That is establishment of the justice. We must be just to ourselves. And as well, he made mention of the second one, which is which has to do with understanding the concept of consciousness of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Each and every one of us must be conscious of Allah Azza wa Jalla. If you have consciousness of Allah, fear of Allah Azza wa Jalla, not violating the law or the commandment of Allah Azza wa Jalla, you don't need anyone to stand or to impose anything on you before, or you don't even need anyone, security agents like the soldiers and the police, the immigration and other officials, to stand before you do the right thing. You will do it because you fear Allah Azza wa Jalla, and it's part of the commandment that Allah gave to the nation before us, and it's also a commandment to us. وَلَقَدْ وَصَّيْنَا الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ أَنِ اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ. Allah has enjoined those before us, the nation before us, and as well is also a commandment to us, also a commandment of no option you must fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah has given that commandment that you should fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Because consciousness of Allah Azza wa Jalla is one of the instruments of achieving security and stability. If we really want to achieve, or we want things to be easy, or we want we want to live a comfortable life, we must fear Allah Azza wa Jalla at an individual level or at mother, ummah level, that is the general level. Each and everyone, its fardu ain is something which is legislated, mandated upon each and every one of us to find his nafs in a way that he or she will fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Fearing Allah, if you are fearing anyone who is conscious of Allah Azza wa Jalla, will not involve himself in kidnapping, killing, bloodshed. لزوال الدنيا أهون على الله من دم امرئ مسلم. For the world to collapse is more easier in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jalla than to shed his blood, a single blood of a Muslim. That is the statement of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. لذلك we have to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla by doing what Allah commands us to do and by avoiding what Allah prohibits us from doing. Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned in the Quran in Surah Al-A'raf, فَمَنِ اتَّقَى, whoever fear Allah Azza wa Jalla وَأَصْلَحَ and reforms, then فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. That person has nothing to fear in this world, and again he has nothing to be afraid of or to fear, to be grieved regarding on the day of resurrection. For that, it is an enjoyment, it is a legislation, commandment, and as well it's an advice from myself to myself and to you also to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. And as well, another instrument of achieving security and stability is avoiding publicizing sin. Sin in any angle is haram. Allah has made it haram. And again, its prohibition is more intense when it comes to publicizing that sin, because people will imitate from you. لذلك, avoid publicizing sin or atrocity, anything outrageous. All those things is something that someone has to refrain from. And part of what we should also avoid, facilitating injustices, sin, outrageous immoralities. Something we don't need to, we are commanded, Allah has prohibited us, and as well, its prohibition also part of facilitating it, even if you are not participating in it, but for you to facilitate it, to make it easy for people to disobey Allah Azza wa Jalla is also haram, and it's something that can lead to Allah's wrath on his ummah, on the ummah or on the people on the face of the earth, because Allah Azza wa Jalla has destroyed a complete city on account of their transgression, spreading corruption. Allah mentioned in the Quran that if we intend destroying a city, a complete community, society, وَإِذَا أَرَدْنَا أَن نُهْلِكَ قَرْيَةً أَمَرْنَا مُتْرَفِيهَا, we will command the affluent, those in the position of authority, the leaders, the rulers, the hypocrites, everyone living on the face of the earth. Allah will give a command. They will give that command, أَمَرْنَا مُتْرَفِيهَا. Allah will give a command for them to obey Allah Azza wa Jalla, but they will disobey, they will reject the communication from Allah Azza wa Jalla. أَمَرْنَا مُتْرَفِيهَا فَفَسَقُوا فِيهَا. After rejecting it, then they will spread corruption on the face of the earth. Then فَحَقَّ عَلَيْهَا الْقَوْلِ, the word of destruction will decree upon them. Then فَدَمَّرْنَاهَا تَدْمِيرًا. Allah said, will now destroy them with a complete destruction. For that, we need to be conscious of Allah Azza wa Jalla. We need to avoid mother committing sins, atrocities, outrageous, immoralities. All these things can lead to destruction. That's why he said, Umar ibn al-Khattab said that a city can be destroyed while it has its full strength, provision, everything is given to the city. But Allah will destroy that type of nation or community or society if the demons, the transgressors, mother override the righteous people, and if the traditional rulers, those who are hypocrites, prevail in that type of society. لذلك, we need to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla and avoid atrocities, immoralities. Also, part of the instrument of achieving security and stability is applying the principles of nasiha, advising one another. When you see me with shortcoming, call upon me, call on me, address me, please. Yeah, this is wrong. And if I see with shortcoming, I should be able to speak out. We need to enjoin one another with mother nasiha advice, enjoining one another with al-ma'ruf, righteous action, and we must forbid one another from evil. That is the reason, that is also part of the instrument or reason why security and stability can be achieved. Otherwise, we will never be able to achieve it if we have mother, the top officials standing that they want to bring peace. It will not happen because we are not enjoining one another with mother good advice, righteous action, and we are not forbidding one another from evil. The Prophet ﷺ took an oath on a tree. Mother took 3 consecutive oaths in his statement. In his statement based on the hadith narrated by Hudhayfah ibn al-Yaman min hadith Amada at-Tirmidhi, hadith reported in the authentic book of Imam al-Tirmidhi, hadith of Hudhayfah ibn al-Yaman. The Prophet ﷺ took an oath that by the one in whom my soul in his hand, wallahi, by Allah, you must enjoin what is good, and wallahi, you must forbid what is evil. أَوْ لَيُوشِكَنَّ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَبْعَثَ عَلَيْكُمْ عَذَابًا مِّنْهُ, or Allah is about to descend a punishment upon you, a punishment depriving you from security. You'll be afflicted with insecurity, kidnapping, hunger, living miserable life in a way that you will almost give up because you're already in a state of misery. You will start you start asking Allah Azza wa Jalla to lift that trials and tribulations from you. فَلَا يَسْتَجِيبُ لَكُمْ, and Allah will not respond to your supplication. And this is the situation we are in now. Every day things continue increasing, the price of things continue increasing. We are living in a state of fear, insecurity, killing, rampant killing, and a lot of murder, atrocities, and outrageous. This is the situation we are living now. The Prophet ﷺ made this statement. The one who does not make statement from his self-inclination, rather a revelation from Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah Azza wa Jalla destroyed the children of Israel and He deprived them all. Let me say, they were overtaken with insecurity. And even at that situation they are in, also Allah was angry with them. He caused them in that situation they were in. What happened? What is the reason why Allah did that? ذَلِكَ لِمَا عَصَوْا وَكَانُوا يَعْتَدُونَ. The reason is because they are disobeying Allah Azza wa Jalla. And now even we ourselves, we are disobeying Allah Azza wa Jalla. We only pray to Allah to have mercy on us. Otherwise, this disobedience is something which is rampant in every angle. That because of their disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jalla, Allah caused them. And there is no how Allah will change the situation of the Ummah until each and every one of us change what is mother, what is inside us, the evil inside us, each and every one of us must change. Otherwise, this affliction we are in is just a small, it just mother a lesser one. Wallahi, we need to read the stories of mother of the previous nation so that will come down. Each and every one of us should be able to adjust at an individual level or in a community level. That is a commandment, and that is part of the mother universal decree of Allah Azza wa Jalla. In that mother, if a nation disobey Allah, Allah will afflict them with trials and tribulations. Allah deprived them insecurity, Allah deprived them security, and they were afflicted with insecurity, hunger, kidnapping, and robbery because of mother, their disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jalla. ذَلِكَ بِمَا عَصَوْا وَكَانُوا يَعْتَدُونَ, and their transgression. We are transgressing also. May Allah have mercy on us. ذَلِكَ بِمَا عَصَوْا وَكَانُوا يَعْتَدُونَ, and part of their atrocities again is that كَانُوا لَا يَتَنَاهَوْنَ عَنْ مُنْكَرٍ فَعَلُوهُ. They don't forbid one another from sins which they are committing. Someone is disobeying Allah, you are encouraging the person to continue. If the consequences of that disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jalla comes, it will not only affect the one who ignited that, it will affect everybody. وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. Allah is giving a commandment that fear, be afraid of the kind of trials, tribulations, punishments, affliction that mother, which when it comes, it does not affect only the one who ignited it. It will affect everybody. When people are spreading corruption, the consequences will affect everybody, and that is what is affecting us now. وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. You should be rest assured, you should be informed that Allah is severe in His retribution. Allah is severe in penalty. We have to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Read about the stories of the children of Israel, that Allah destroyed them because of that, violating the law of Allah, committing sin. Allah Azza wa Jalla has made it crystal clear the importance of having scholars in a community, in a society. They are very, very important. People that reforms, people that enjoin one another to do righteous action, people that discourage one another from mother evil. For that, and again, Allah mentioned in the Quran, وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ لِيُهْلِكَ الْقُرَى بِظُلْمٍ. Allah will not destroy or seize a community, society unjustly. وَأَهْلُهَا مُصْلِحُونَ. While in that society, they are reformers. There are people that enjoin one, and there are people that advise enjoying one another with righteous action and discouraging one another with evil. That kind of community, Allah will not destroy it. That is why we see the scholars are enjoining you to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla, advising you to obey Allah, advising you to obey the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and advising you to also obey those on the position of authority, you not disobeying them, provided they are not enjoining you to do something contrary to Allah's commandment and His Prophet. You see our scholars advising, like with the kind of mother, what people are mentioning now, or regarding to the planned protest, coming out to go and for protest. This is not the solution to our problem. Rather, it will only increase us in problem, because hospitals, as the Imam mentioned, hospitals, markets and so many places will be closed. And that state of mother insecurity or hunger will increase. This is not the solution of the ummah. The solution is for us to enjoin one another with righteous action, for me and you to change what is within us. The Prophet ﷺ used to seek refuge from the evil of the nafs, from the evil of the soul, because إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. Because mother, the soul is inclined to evil, except those whom Allah have mercy on. There are people that if they come out for this protest now, they will destroy many things. Shops, they will break it down, pick things from the shops. They will mother violate the right of other people. This is against the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. Ask Allah, ista'inu billahi wasbiru. Seek Allah's help and be patient. Do the right thing, even at an individual level. Between you and Allah, change. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever fear Allah Azza wa Jalla, Allah will give him a way out. While people are shouting, Allah will grant you rest of mind. وَيَرْزُقُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. And Allah will give you provision from different sources, which you don't even expect it. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. And whoever among us rely on Allah Azza wa Jalla, Allah is sufficient for that person. لذلك, provided you believe in Allah Azza wa Jalla and His Messenger, turn back to Allah with a lot of repentance. Turn back to Allah, seeking forgiveness from Allah Azza wa Jalla. Even if within yourself you feel that you've not committed any sin, seeking for forgiveness of Allah Azza wa Jalla. فَقُلْ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ. If you want provision, an abundant provision, you want a lot of wealth, wallahi, do a lot of istighfar. The Prophet ﷺ have already directed the best period to do istighfar. وَبِالْأَسْحَارِ هُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. The time of sahur. The time towards the time of mother that al-fijr will come out. لذلك, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, the solution to security mother, or the way to eradicate insecurity, is not coming out for protest. It is totally against the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it's so amazing that these scholars discouraging you from all these things, all this disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jalla, are now being the one people are making fun of, mocking. While they are the instrument of the security, the safety. So as a result of the scholars, people that are enjoying good and forbidding evil, that Allah is just watching us, giving us a respite. For that, we need to obey those that Allah appointed above us, like the scholars. We need to obey them, whatever they are saying, provided it's not contrary to the Quran and the Hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. We must obey them. We must enjoin what is good and forbid what is evil. This is one of the instruments of achieving mother security. That is why Allah praised the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ, and that praise does not mean that will remain on you if you are going contrary to Allah's command, to Allah's mother praise, the way He praised in the Quran. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. You are the best nation among people that Allah created. Why? Because تأمرون بالمعروف, you are enjoying what is good. وتنهون عن المنكر, you are forbidding what is evil. And you believe in Allah. And that is why Allah said regarding to the people of the book, the Jews and the mother and the Christians, that mother, وَلَوْ آمَنَ أَهْلُ الْكِتَابِ, had it been the people of the book, the people of the scripture will believe in Allah Azza wa Jalla, لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ, it will be better for them. For that you are the best of the nation, provided you are enjoying it. If you see your brother going or violating, transgressing the path of Allah Azza wa Jalla, exceeding the limit of Allah, bring him back. Advise him. Don't be afraid of advising. مَنْ رَأَى مِنْكُمْ مُنْكَرًا فَلْيُغَيِّرْهُ بِيَدِهِ. If you see something disliked, you must correct it. It is a commandment. You must correct it. You must not allow that to just go like that. Part of the instrument of achieving security and stability is doing righteous action, doing something good. Because doing righteous action will protect you from evil. It will avert evil from you. That is why Allah praised Nabi Yusuf in the Quran towards the end of the surah, Surah Yusuf. كَذَلِكَ لِنَصْرِفَ عَنْهُ السُّوءَ وَالْفَحْشَاءَ Why إِنَّهُ مِنْ عِبَادِنَا الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Thus we avert Nabi Yusuf from mother as-su, evil, wal-fahsha, and immorality. Why? Because he's one of our righteous servants. For that, doing righteous action is part of the things that protect you from evil, and is part of the things that avert evil from you. And how can you be protected from evil, or how can evil be averted from you? By doing taking care of those of the weak, those that are weak, the poor people, giving helping hands to those that are in need, support them with food, money, giving them clothes to cover their nakedness, relieving anguish, and again feeding the poor. All these things are forms of mercy that can earn someone Allah's pleasure. Allah Azza wa Jalla will not descend punishment upon the ummah that are being compassionate to each other, people that are being merciful to one another, the rich men supporting the poor people, rich of the community supporting them with food, supporting them with money, supporting them with clothes that they can use to cover their nakedness. It's one of the things also to achieve security and stability. Also, the last of it, then the Imam is around, the last of it is supplication. Supplication is very, very important. Ask Allah regarding the security and insecurity. All these things are decreed from Allah Azza wa Jalla. For that, He should be the one we look unto. When the people of Nabi Musa, the followers of Nabi Musa, talked to him regarding to the oppression, transgression of Fir'aun and his people, what did he say? Ista'inu billah, seek Allah's protection, wasbiru, and be patient. It's Allah you look unto and ask. The way Nabi Ibrahim directed his supplication to Allah Azza wa Jalla regarding to security. Having security in Saudiya, look at they are in the state of security. When you are coming out in the night, you see someone, the person see you, you are happy to see one another. If you go there, you testify what I'm talking about. Likewise, we need to look unto Allah Azza wa Jalla and ask Him. And this proves the truth of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in his statement that you should be rest assured that even if the whole ummah will come together, both the securities, the soldiers, the police, immigration, DSS, and each and everyone should come together, that we want to achieve security, we must achieve it. We must eliminate, we must eradicate insecurity. If Allah have not decreed that, that can never be achieved. Likewise, in a contrary way, if Allah have decreed security in this country, no one can deprive the people of the nation with insecurity. Lidhalik, we need to make a lot of supplication to Allah Azza wa Jalla. We ask Allah to accept it from us And we ask Allah to count us among those who will listen to the khutbah and act upon the best of what we listen. Assalamu alaikum.